welcome in Sheriff Salisbury for the Sheriff's Sit Down, and I sent Caleb and Spencer on assignment on Friday, and they visited in and were part of a wonderful breakfast that honored veterans around our area. And Sheriff, tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll get Spencer's thoughts on what you
Well, first, thank you for coming out. It's always a great day. And each year, the Sheriff's Office, we do one of our breakfasts. They're normally law enforcement. We do one of our breakfasts is an outside of the office, and that is for our veterans. And this year, there was about 80 people there. We had, at the end, did get a picture of a number of the veterans that were there out in the lobby. Really impressive. This year, a veteran, I asked every year, who would you like me to get to speak? And one of the veterans told me that he said, who's going to back us up? Who's going to be there as we move on? And I said, I got an answer for you. So I drove up the hill and talked to Sergeant Major Hernandez of the NJROTC program and Commander Hood, the director of that program. And they came out to talk about our youngest and people moving towards the area of the military. And they came out to open the presentation, and then they led into their two commanders, two young women that are commanders of the RTC program from the high school now. They just did an impressive job.
That's what we hear, and we've had the opportunity to talk with the commanders and many of the kids in the NJROTC program at the high school, and we always come away with a real amazing sense how composed, professional,
so mature.
Everything mature they are.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting when she mentioned that, if you'd have talked to her a year ago, there's no way she could have stood up. And no pressure here, but there was two United States generals and a number of ranking other officers out there, but you're standing before two generals, and you're giving a presentation, and you're a high school student, and without waiver. I mean, they just did a beautiful job. And I would tell you that our veterans that attended that from all over the area were moved by the fact that those young people were there, and knowing that they have that kind of talent coming through.
Spencer, you were able to look at it from a different perspective, and tell us what your thoughts were.
Well, it was totally humbling. I mean, I felt like not even worthy of being there. When they passed the mics around, you're hearing all the different branches of the military people served and how many years they served, and they handed us the mic at our table, and I was like, and I quickly handed it off to somebody, because just surrounded by greatness there, and just heroes, everybody, all the men and women in there serving in uniform. It was very humbling, and I appreciate the invitation to go attend that, because it was pretty incredible.
Thank you for joining us, and if you ever get a chance, stop by your Veterans Hall downtown on a Thursday night. There's some fantastic people in our community that are part of the VFW. Many of those folks were out there.
Lots of people from our community have veterans military service.
People down there.
It was great to see obviously the law enforcement and fire and first responders too. Just a great group to be a part of.
Thank you for coming out. Come out again sometime.
And what else is going on in the Sheriff's Department as we move forward? Any representation at Oysterfest this weekend?
Yes, we will have people out there working at the Oysterfest. There's a lot of people that show up for that.
Certainly.
A lot more than people realize until you go out there and watch it fill in. But we will have a couple deputies out there working, and it's always gone real well out there. I mean, the group of people out there are always very respectful. A large crowd of people, but it's a very nice place to go.
Additionally, too, we saw freezing temperatures this morning, and it is starting to get dark quick and cold quick. So please be out there. Be cautious as you're driving around all parts of Mason County. There are patches that will probably not see sunshine until April.
That's true. It's getting there
as we get close there. Mason County Sheriff Casey Salisbury.